Celebrate Spitfires from our Dead by Daylight. Today, we are doing a comprehensive breakdown of Pinhead, his strengths, his weaknesses, and everything in between. Now, before we get this video started, please hit the like button, do the other YouTuber stuff, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then sit back, relax, and enjoy the video, everybody.
You summoned me. I came.
Alright, before we dive into Pinhead proper, let's actually start with his perks, because honestly, I feel like perks are the most logical place to start, even though technically perks aren't super relevant because, well, you can just swap them out with other perks. But you know what? This video needs to be over 10 minutes, so we're talking about perks whether you like it or not. So, first perk we're going to be talking about is Hex Scourge Hook. No, not that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. Or that one. Wait, actually go back. No, here we go. That's the one. There we go. That's the one you want. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, yes. Scourge Hook. Gift of Pain. So, brief summary of this perk. Essentially, every time you get hooked on a Scourge Hook, you get the Mangled status effect, and when you are unhooked and you are healed by a survivor, you basically just act slower. You repair generators slower, you heal slower. Overall, it's actually a very respectable perk. Honestly, out of all the perks that we're going to cover today, this one might be the most underrated because, I mean, I barely used it, but honestly, it's pretty good. I think I didn't use it because it's kind of a boring perk. Because the Scourge Hooks, A, you have to be kind of lucky with the placement of the Scourge Hooks, and B, I don't know, it's just not as fun. Like, there's not really a lot of, like, killer input, really. It's just kind of, like, cool, I guess. You're there. Congrats, Scourge Hook. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's not great either. So, I think we're done talking about Scourge Hook now. Next perk we're going to be talking about is Hex Plaything. This perk is so mean. It's like getting kicked in the shins right after you fell flat on your face. It takes the shame of being unhooked by a fellow survivor and turns it into an entire redemption arc, because what this perk does is every time you are unhooked, or more accurately, you are hooked, a dull totem becomes an active totem, and the survivor who is afflicted by that totem or who is on the hook is now oblivious, which removes terrorists from the killer, which is just extremely annoying. What makes it even worse is that the survivors can't even carry you out of the situation. Like, your teammates can't do squat for a hot minute, so you're forced to go on a redemption arc. Yes, that's the one. Words are hard. Redemption arc, trying to find this stupid hex totem. Meanwhile, you have no terror radius for the killer, so you can just pop out of nowhere and say, "Wongo bongo, time to go back on a hook again." Honestly, this perk's just mean. It's not overpowered. It's just annoying. It's like a mosquito, right? You can squash it. The problem is it's incredibly hard to find, it's hard to see, and it's just such a pain to deal with, because, like, you'd rather be doing literally anything else. But you gotta do it, unless, you know, you want all your life to be drained because you can't see the killer that's walking towards you menacingly. Or more accurately, you can't hear him. I mean, your eyes still function, which is why this perk isn't super busted, but my god, it's annoying. Which is perfect. So overall, congratulations. You get a 6 out of 10 as well, Mr. Hex Ruin Plaything. Yeah, it's definitely not Hex Ruin, is it? It's Hex Plaything. The answer is Hex. You know what, just cut. Cut to the next part. Alright, guys. We have this last perk. I'm sure none of you have even heard of it. This perk is really obscure. It's called Deadlock? Is that what that's called? Yeah, Deadlock. Yeah, this perk is, I mean, it's alright, I guess. I mean, it's just like, you know, it's just another gen regression perk. You know, it's like, it's meh. It's like maybe like a 3 out of 10 stars. Like, it's right on the same level as like Undone. It's kind of bad. Okay, alright, fine. Alright, you know what? The bit's over, okay? I get it, this perk's overpowered. The perk's busted. I'm not even gonna try and play games with you. Perk's overpowered. Shouldn't be in the game. Why are you here? Keep in mind, I play Killer a lot more than Survivor, and even I have to admit, this perk is ridiculously oppressive. It literally punishes survivors for playing the game as intended, which is genuinely kind of hilarious, also kind of depressing. But again, it's so stupid. It's like, oh, what's that? You completed the generator? Huh, well, I hope you didn't want to complete another generator for at least 30 seconds. Oh, what's this? The killer's going towards that generator that's blocked that you had at like 90%. Oh, he had a gen regression perk. Well, I guess all your gen progress is gone. Have fun! Yeah, this perk's stupid. I'm just gonna say it. It's overpowered. I'd argue that it shouldn't even be in the game. This is way too oppressive. I feel disgusting even using this thing. It's just... Ugh. So, yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 perk. Please nerf, Bohemia. Please, Bohemia. Behavior. Why does it say Bohemia? Yes, yes, Bohemia. You fix it. Fix it, Bohemia. Fix the perk.
I have such sights to show you.
Alright, let's finally talk about what you're actually here for. My opinion on the Pinhead power, or just an opinion, because let's be real, I don't think my opinion is that important. I think you're just here to, you know, see someone rage about Pinhead. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, Pinhead, possess chains, right. So, how would I describe this power? It's a diet version of Nurse Blink. That is literally what it is. Now, hear me out here, okay? Here's a display of Pinhead's power, when in use. Here's a display of Nurse's Blink with the wooden horse add-on. Do you see a difference here? It's literally the same mechanic. It is the exact same mechanic. The only difference is, instead of teleporting directly, you teleport a chain. So, basically, instead of, you know, hitting them with your weapon, you hit them with the chain first, and then you hit them with your weapon. Oh, I see. So that makes it really balanced. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. You know, the funny thing about possessed chains, too, it isn't even just like a killing power. It also can be used for information. Like, say you have a rock that's looking at you funny, and you want to figure, hey, is there a survivor behind that rock? Just send a chain over there, or send a portal over there, and you can just kind of look around and be like, oh, it's a survivor. Wongo bongo, here's a chain to the face. And, well, most survivors generally don't like chains to the face. So for all the reasons I just listed, I think this gets an 8 out of 10. It's honestly kind of busted. Borderline unfair, even. So, let's move on to something that is arguably even more annoying.
Oh, please, no tears. They are a waste of good suffering.
Well, last but certainly not least, we have the Cube of Doom. This thing is pure evil because it's, you know, it kind of forces survivors to deal with taxes. All right, let me explain that one a little bit. So, the lament configuration and taxes, very similar if you really think about it, right? Generally, doing taxes is pretty painful, very, very stressful. But if you don't do your taxes, you know, like, you get dragged down to the underworld. And your life becomes pretty miserable while you're down there. So unless you have a thing for being penetrated by chains, you have to solve the cube. And the problem with solving the cube is, well, you get an angry man in a black, you know, leather suit who shows up and tries to, well, stop you from solving the cube. Is this analogy stop making sense? Yeah, you know what? Let's just talk about the cube. The cube is overpowered, okay? Cube, too strong. It forces survivors to do things that they wouldn't otherwise do. Like, say, a secondary objective that isn't a generator. That's a lot of objectives. Survivors have a hard time doing secondary objectives because they're like, huh, generator go pop, door go open, me want open generator. But if they don't solve cube produce chains. Chains bad. Chains means I get hook. Hook bad. So the survivors have a real dilemma there, because if they don't solve the cube, they're going to have a bad time. But if they do solve the cube, they're also going to have a bad time. They lose, no matter what. So, overall, summary of Pinhead here is his perks make you want to commit toaster bath. His power makes you want to commit toaster bath. And his special ability makes you want to commit toaster bath. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTuber stuff. Stay strong, stay clear. Spitfire out.
I must be going.